Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be looking at a new band that I've not heard of before. I'm going to be looking at a band called Carter the Unstoppable Sex Machine. Sounds intriguing, right? Now, obviously I've not heard of this band before. They were suggested to me a little while ago, so obviously, as is my norm, I have to do a little bit of research. And I found that Carter the Unstoppable Sex Machine, also known as Carter USM, or simply Carter, they were an English indie rock band formed in 1987 by singer Jim Bob Morrison, not that Jim Morrison, and guitarist Les Fruitbat Carter. They made their name with a distinctive style of power pop, fusing samples, sequence basses and drum machines with rock and roll guitars, along with offbeat wordplay loaded lyrics. They reached the height of their fame in 1992. Over the following years, the band took on several new members, eventually reaching a six-piece, but they struggled to regain their earlier popularity and split up in 1998 after releasing 7 albums. So, you know, they've been around since 1987. I was just 7 years old when this band formed. And they split in 1998. It says they initially split, so whether they've reformed and are doing whatever, I don't know. I haven't looked that deep into it, but they sound intriguing. So today we're going to actually look at a track called A Perfect Day to Drop the Bomb. I have lyrics here, very short lyrics, and I think it's a 5-minute song, so there's very few lyrics for the length of the song. But I'm intrigued to find out what this is. So let's just jump into it and see what we've got. So, A Perfect Day to Drop the Bomb by Carter the Unstoppable Sex Machine. Let's have a look.
Do it, Fruitbat. North of Kathmandu, there's tiny children sniffing glue, like losers in a Michael Winner script. Scott BMX certificate! Somewhere in the opening shots, by the wino in the cardboard box, a madman cornered by police puts a Smith and Wesson between his teeth. Turkey gets the top. Outside there's a blazing sun. It's the perfect day to drop the bomb. I'll drop it. delinquency, violent crime and poverty. Next time won't you sing with me, say war. Everybody say radiation. Murder. Inner city deprivation. Meanwhile in the butcher shop, another turkey gets the chop. Outside there's a blazing sun. It's a perfect day to drop the bomb.
Like I don't dig loud noises.
You ride the night, you ride the night, you ride the night, the night, the night, the night.
Well, there we go. A Perfect Day to Drop the Bomb by Carter the Unstoppable Sex Machine. Well, that was very unusual and very interesting. Had a very punk feel to it. Sort of reminded me a little bit of the Clash. Is that the one I'm trying to think of? You know, had that sort of feel to it. That sort of 80s sort of punk indie rock sort of feel to it. It's generally not really my sort of go-to music. I mean, I don't mind listening to it. It's not something I'd go out of my way to listen to, but, you know. But, I mean, lyrically it almost makes no sense at all, you know. The lyrics almost sound like complete nonsense. But there is a kind of logic behind them, and without going so far as to actually say it, is pretty much the world's going to shit, so we might as well just bomb it and get it over and done with. That's what it sounds like, basically. Now, I said initially that there was very few lyrics to it. It turns out that the lyrics I found was only half the song, so I actually had to look for a full set of lyrics whilst I was listening to it, which I've successfully managed to do. Now, what I've got here, it says, to the north, once more with feeling, to the north of Kathmandu, there's tiny children sniffing glue. Like losers in a Michael Winner script, it's got a BMX certificate. What? That line makes absolutely no sense. I mean, I know who Michael Winner is, but like losers in a Michael Winner's script, it's got a BMX certificate. What the hell does that even mean? Anyway. And somewhere in the opening shots, by the wino in the cardboard box, a madman cornered by police puts a Smith & Wesson between his teeth. So, like, the opening line, to the north of Kathmandu, there's tiny children sniffing glue. So, you know, there's young children getting into, like, drugs and, you know, doing illicit things that, you know, it's really not good for them. It's going to kill them, and it's probably going to lead them to a life of crime, as drugs generally tend to. Not always, but they do have a propensity to do so. somewhere in the opening shots by the wino in the cardboard box, you know, homeless people. Again, this seems to be getting worse and worse, and nobody seems to want to do anything about it. They'd rather punish people for being homeless when it's not something that they control. Of course, this was back in like the 80s that they did this track, but... And a madman cornered by police put a Smith & Wesson between his teeth. I mean, you can pretty much get the context for that. Some crazed nutbag with a gun has just gone and decided to do a Kurt Cobain. So, you know, he's listing all these really bad things that are in the world already. And it goes into the chorus. And meanwhile, in the butcher's shop, another turkey gets a chop. Outside there's a blazing sun. It's a perfect day to drop the bomb. Now drop it. So again, you know, he's just listing all these bad things. Like, the world is just turning to shit. Everything's bad. Everything's horrible. Let's just nuke it to the ground and start again. You know, might as well just have done with it, you know, because there's no saving it. And then it goes, don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm not trying to lose my head. No. So now you know your ABC of juvenile delinquency, violent crime and poverty. Next time, won't you sing with me? Say war. Everybody say radiation. Murder, inner city deprivation. And then goes back into that chorus. Meanwhile, in the butcher's shop, another turkey gets the chop. Outside there's a blazing sun. It's a perfect day to drop the bomb. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. So yeah, he's just saying... You know, they're just saying, like, the world's a terrible, terrible place. You know, just blow it all to hell. It won't make any bloody difference because, you know, it's not going to get better at this rate. So, it seems to be almost typical of, like, punk music of that sort of time. And what's going on here? You know, all talking about political stuff and... You know, the state of the world and how no one's doing anything. What the bloody hell have I done to my bloody headphones? Oh, fuck it, I'll sort it out later. You know, so... But like I said, you know, it's an entertaining piece of music, very high energy. Like I said, not something I actively seek to listen to. But, you know, I don't mind listening to it. There's nothing I dislike about it. It's just not my general sort of thing. But... Yeah, interesting. I'll say I am glad I listened to it, you know, because I like to discover new and interesting things. I like to discover new bands, and this was a new one to me. So, yeah. Not really much else I can say about that. So, yeah, I'll just leave that as it is. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like. Maybe even subscribe if you haven't already, as that would help me out considerably. And, you know, if you can think of any songs that you think I might like or that you might like to see my opinion to, drop a suggestion down in the comments below. But for the time being, I'm going to leave that as it is. Thank you all very, very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.